Mali 1, Twiga Stars of Tanzania 0. And this game shows me that the Twiga Stars belong with the best at WAFCON 2024. It took them so long. Well, it took Mali so long to try and break them down. They tried everything. And Tanzania at some point were playing with a very interesting formation. They had three at the back, which we all used to, but the three were so close to each other. Literally, the farthest on the left to the farthest on the right, distance was like 20 meters. They were so compact. And then up front, another three of Minja, Pangamwene, and Athumani. And then Msewa was up front. And then they had three up front. So they were basically playing like a 3-3-1-3. And for a long time, like Mali just couldn't break it down. They just couldn't understand. They know that Mali's strength is through the middle. They pack the middle. This is packing in a different level. They were going down the wings, and there's not much down the wings, right? Because especially on the right side, Katunzi, who was one of my players to watch in this game or in this tournament for Tanzania, was immense. She is special. You can't get past her. It doesn't matter who, like she's like Spider, Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the flesh. She's so good. And then she has a work rate. She plays for JKT Queens in Tanzania. Again, only two players don't play in the local league in this team. And you can see the togetherness that they have. There's quite a lot of togetherness in this team. And obviously, I was quite sad. The fact that Clara Luvanga could not play this game, one of the players, if not the player that I was looking forward to watching the most in this tournament, because what I've heard of her and from her and about her, she is special. So, yeah, very sad them not being there, but I can see how being the focal point in this team would just be insane. Like, they made Mali really struggle. Up until like the 25th, 26th minute, that's when Mali really started getting into the game and realized that, we have ballers. We have Saratou Traore. We have Agisa Diarra. Let's use them. Someone who was really, really good, and I feel like could have been or is the man, my woman of the match, is Saratou Traore. Obviously, she scored the winning goal, but that goal was also, this ref is something that they just have against certain players. Like the SA versus Ghana game, two very weird decisions against Ghanaian players. Against I forget her name. There was a lady up front for Ghana who was given a yellow card for the dumbest thing in the world. And mind you, everyone else is fouling way more than she actually did. Boadua. And she got that yellow card early in the game. So that really affects the way you play as well, especially being a physical striker. In this game as well, where was the foul? Like, the goal came from a free kick, which to me, the defender caught the ball. It was number 15 on 15. So it was Diabate who was fouled, apparently, and it was Singano who was claimed to have fouled. She got the ball cleanly. Obviously, there's the follow-through, because that's what happens. When you tackle someone, there has to be a follow-through. To me, that was a phantom foul, but you see how costly it got, right? Because that was the decisive moment of the game. Ball comes in, they clear the ball, and the Twiga Stars don't do well. The ball literally comes to the feet of Saratou Traore, and she finishes it and does a celebration. I think it was like this. I can't remember what it was. It was something like this. I can't remember. But yeah, interesting celebrations. Earlier on, Linda I won't say Motlalo. Is that her name? The baller from Bafana, Banyana. Why do I keep saying Bafana? It's because I've watched so much Bafana. Motlalo, yeah, did the LeBron celebration, pumping down. So yeah, we're getting really, really dope celebrations. We had Babajide do the Diogo Jota one, RIP Diogo, and your brother as well. But in this game, Tanzania really, really impressed me. I was blown away by how good they played, how ordinary they made Mali look. And obviously, Mali, it was individual brilliance that really got them through this game. Lunyamile is another player who just did not stop running. Tanzanian winger. In the second half, I saw her playing on the left side. First half, she was playing on the right. Moments in the game, she's playing in the middle. Athumani as well is a baller, very quick feet. But again, this team, I think they have a really, really special player in Katunzi, who was playing at right back. Well, the right of that back three that was so close to each other. And then Mwamakamba is also another player who had a very, very good game. Violet Mwamakamba. She was stationed in the middle of that back three, and she just reached danger so well. She got an early yellow card early in the game. You'd think that would affect her play, but no. She still put in a work shift and a big effort. So yeah, very, very impressed by the Tanzanians. Mali managed to get a 1-0 win. I don't know if they're good enough to come out of this group. I still feel like Ghana is going to beat them. And Tanzania is going to give everyone a tough time. Especially that game against Ghana, I really, really want to see how they play against them. But the way they've played today, obviously, that's the thing about playing the first game of the tournament. You can plant surprises on people because you've been working on things and then you unleash and the first opponent doesn't really know what to expect from you. From now on, obviously, these teams are going to really study this game and see how they played. So I'm very curious to see what our coach, what's the Tanzanian coach name? I'm forgetting his name. Bakari Shime. It's not even here. I've just remembered because I did previews for every single team, and yeah, you do a lot of research at some point, you just realize, you just remember what you were doing. But something that I'm really, really impressed by him and what he's doing in this team is that they're really trying to build a squad from the ground up. They're very big on talent ID. They're very big on actually creating a culture and letting people come up through the ranks to fit that culture. And this team is for real. They might not get the biggest result. If they get like a draw or a win here or there, this is their second ever appearance at WAFCON. I feel it will be big for Tanzanian football, and just for their growth, it will just give them so much confidence. So I'm definitely rooting for them moving forward. If Kenya was in it, obviously I don't root for them, but because they are the only East Africans here representing, I really, really want to see how they do against Ghana. And obviously against the champions. That will be a very big test for them. Big win for Mali, move on. They're now second in the group, just behind the champions South Africa, Banyana. And yeah, the next game is going to be against what is the next game? The next game is against Ghana versus Mali. That is probably the tie of match day 2, in my opinion. And yeah, this was the last game of match day 1. Now we take a break tomorrow, then we get straight into it with match day 2. Starting off with, we have a big game, Zambia versus Senegal. That is a huge game on Wednesday. And then DRC versus Morocco. And we'll be covering every single game. I'm here for the ladies. This is WAFCON 2024. Match day 1 is done.